I do apologise. I'm not exactly sure what happened there. It says an error had occurred with the broadcast. So the broadcast went down very briefly, but we're back up and running. No racing action missed as we are sat under safety car, which is going to go round for a second time at the moment. So nothing lost on your guys' end in terms of the racing action. If you are just joining us, we have had a major crash between Jackalacco and URL Chris, which has brought the safety car out for its second time this evening. It was a huge crash that I think we stewards will be scratching our head about for the next couple of hours or so, or the next couple of days even. But I digress, as Paulie Orange still sits as the lead of this race for the time being, while the safety car is making its tour around the circuit. Just finding the appropriate channel to put the news stream in for everybody. I'm not sure why that came up. I'm not sure why that happened even. But if you are enjoying thus far, then please do make sure you have left a like on the stream and have subscribed to the channel to not miss out on any of the APPF1 racing action that we have here to offer. We have Tier 2, we have Tier 1, and when the Sprint Championship is on, you have me racing and probably spinning in the Sprint Championship to look forward to. So hopefully enjoy all of that. Another big shout out to Tier 1 sponsor High Dive Apparel. We really do appreciate their sponsorship over here in Tier 1, and please do go check them out on highdiveapparel.com and all of their socials as well. All the support is very much appreciated, and please do go check out our APPF1 affiliates as well. We have some great commentators, some great racers who you guys can go and watch and support alongside myself. But anyway, we're waiting for the race to get back underway. Once again, I do apologise. I'm not exactly sure what happened to the stream for that brief moment, but we're going to come back to racing very soon, I'd imagine, once we're into the Stavolo sections of the track. Looks like we're going racing then. Paulie Orange has set himself off for another good start, restarting in the same place. He's going to look to open that gap up to Sir Deadman behind him on those harder compounded tyres, where MX is going to want to try and get past that hat as quickly as possible in order to not let Paulie Orange get away in the lead of this race, as he already has. And MX finds himself up into P2, but 1.4 seconds behind Paulie Orange, who's looking very, very quick. And Sir Deadman is all over the back of that. Williams looking for a way through, trying to go around the outside as they come toward the Kemmel Straight. Eat My Dust is looking to get racy as well. They're going to go side by side all the way down to Lake Com. It could be 3 wide as we come into the corner. MX breaks the latest out of the trio and heads this little pack through Lake Com at the moment. He needs to try and close up to Paulie Orange, who at the moment sits 1.6 seconds ahead of the Williams car and firmly in the lead of this race for the final 7 laps or so. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 6 laps. Then I do apologise for my poor maths on the spot. Ghost sees himself up past Hartman on the restart at the moment, but has got a lot of work to do if he's going to recover any of these positions that he's lost. Patience is a virtue in motorsport, and that is exactly what Ghost is very, very good at. 4-time sprint champion for a reason, ladies and gentlemen. Sir Deadman doing his very, very best to stay with MX, but those medium tyres just not giving him what he needs to stay in this fight for the moment. Those softs might come off a little bit, so the mediums will come to him in the latter stages, but it's these track position that will be very important. No DRS until lap 18, so we wait for that, but MX has fallen way behind Paulie Orange, who is just consistently lapping this circuit and opening up that gap, and looks to be the strong contender for the win this evening, barring any late last minute and dramatic mistakes from that driver. The Haas looking to get challenging MX again, has got a lot of help from the slipstream, but no chance to overtake at that moment. Demoniac looking to get past Tinos, who is going to be happy that Ghost is where he is and Rick is out of this race, as that sees him further into the championship and MX can extend his lead. MX is a very consistent driver, and you've really got to put the pressure on him to try and fight this man for championship wins. He may be in P2 on the track for the moment, but as far as the championship is concerned, he is leading this race. Zidane in between the two Alpha Tauris at the moment. Ghost all over the back, trying to patiently find a way to get past the Alpine, not quite coming to him at the moment. He's got a penalty, his teammate's got a penalty as well, not helping the Alpines out at all in the dying stages of this race, where every point counts now. We're in the final run of this championship. Sir Deadman very confident on the brakes there, closed up a lot into the bus stop, and it's going to be putting the pressure on MX for the moment. He's got a penalty to his name, so he'd need to break away by 3 seconds to MX if he wanted to keep that P2 for the moment. But for now, it's P3 provisionally until penalties. As speaking of, Demoniac gets himself a 3-second time penalty for multiple track limits infringements, and with the DRS, Sir Deadman sweeps past MX, and Eat My Dust will close up to the back of that Williams. MX not too worried on this occasion. He knows that Haas has got a penalty at the moment. All he's got to do is stay with the Haas. He'll be more worried about Eat My Dust and Tinos, who are not too far down the road from the Canadian, or the German Canadian, who's currently sat in P3. Hartmann has left the session. That's going to be a shame. Hopefully he can get himself back in, but he's at the back of the pack, so that's his race over and done with, lagging out of this session. Everybody staying very close together. I'm keeping my eye on those times the best I can. Ghost has really got to get a move on now if he wants to try and get any further up than 10th place. I mean, both cars finishing, that's very good. That will see them get closer to Red Bull, who will score no points for this race, and Ferrari, Williams and Alpha Tauri gain a big advantage, as Alfa Romeo don't score either, as those drivers are out. So this is huge implications for the Constructors' Championship and the Drivers' Championship as well, as MX looks to put his hands on that Tier 1 trophy again. An incredibly consistent driver and a worthy champion indeed. Zidane getting close to the back of Womack Series, all over the back of him as they come through La Source. On the run now to Al Rouge and Radion, keeping an eye on the times ahead. It's looking fairly even between the two, but Zidane is going to be challenging Womack. He'll have nothing to fight with, no DRS to keep that Alpine behind him, and straight past goes Zidane. A very simple overtake, and that's P8 for the Alpine driver. Will Womack's let Ghost through and go on the hunt for Zidane ahead, or will AlphaTauri allow their drivers to fight? I'm sure the pair of them might have a little swap in mind, as Ghost is of course in the championship fight, whereas Womack's, rather than the constructors, he isn't in the drivers, so every point is going to count for Ghost. 5 people in the stream at the moment. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. The stream did go down if you are just joining, so this is part 2 of what should have been a one long stream, but due to an error there was a drop in the stream's footage, as Ghost, you see, he had a little tank slapper there coming through out of Stavilo 1 and into Stavilo 2. Uncommon mistake from Ghost. We go back towards the top of the grid, keeping an eye on this fight for the podium places. MX still currently sat within that 3 seconds of Sir Deadman, and is doing a good job to keep Eat My Dust behind, with DRL's helping him there. Paulie Orange is incredibly fast. Pulling away from older tyres. He's doing a great job. I mean, MX is no slouch at all, but it's Paulie Orange. Once he got away on that restart, that was it. He was gone. They'll be hoping for a huge error from the reserve driver, and that is what he is. He may be winning in this race, but MX is still technically your leader at the moment. No ERS for the Haas ahead. He's used it all to keep MX behind. MX will be happy to see that blinking light. Eat My Dust hasn't got much to fight with either, so MX is got the advantage at the moment. The ball is in his court now to keep Eat My Dust behind and keep penalty free. I'll try and have a quick look at MX's race director while we are going. He's got 1 warning to his name, so MX is looking pretty safe here to claim the win as far as the championship is concerned. Zidane now on the hunt, trying to make up another place, looking to get past the McLaren of Sir Swindu, who sits in P7 for the moment. He's getting very close. Ghost has fallen back off this and is not having the best of days. It is going to be coming on to lap 21 very soon. Just 2 laps remaining of this Belgian Grand Prix left. Zidane coming through Blanchimont now is getting very close to the back of that McLaren. He won't want to attack here or into La Source. It'll be along that Kemmel Straight, and again the McLaren with very little ERS left in the tank, and Zidane, a great exit out of the bus stop, and Ghost getting all sorts of wrong again at the exit of the bus stop this time, and Zidane all over the back of the McLaren as they go through La Source. No dice for this particular move, but up through Al Rouge and Radion now. He's got way more ERS on the battery to use, and is going to look to get alongside the McLaren already, and that is going to be a clean sailing move. This is going to be a decent result for Alpine, who will be the highest team up. Womack's now past Sir Swindu, so Womack's isn't done racing yet. He's chasing after Zidane to claim that place back from the Alpine, and a great opportunistic move to get the McLaren late as he did in towards the Les Combes section, as Sir Swindu breaks very late, goes very deep through Brussels there, which is not helping his campaign in this race at all. We head a little bit further back, no changes towards the top at the moment. MX still doing a very good job. He's Mr. Consistent himself. I'm not sure I've seen a time where he's not been on the podium. I'll have to look back at the race results towards the end. Let's have a look. We'll see where fastest lap is at the moment. Who has that? That's Paulie Orange, 1 minute 44.6. We'll have a look at the end of the race to see who holds it now. But Sir Swindu's had a major error and now sees himself toward the back of the grid in P10. So another place for Ghost, and well, just Ghost. But he's sat close enough to Ghost though, so I think despite Ghost being in front of Sir Swindu on track, the time penalties will have a different story to tell come the end. MX closer now, got no pressure this time from Eat My Dust, who's fallen outside of DRS. Will MX want to get this on track. It doesn't matter. Sir Swindoo now has 6 seconds of time penalties. He can get it on track if he wants. It's not going to matter. Sir Swindoo's going to plummet down the order, and Zidane straight past his teammate into P6 then. His teammate has a penalty, so it makes sense for the drivers to swap at the moment, as he needs to chase after Tinos now, and Zidane could see himself up in P5. A decent result for the Alpine, and a great safety car restart as well. Let's see how many places Zidane has gained from the information here. Zidane's up 4 places from where he started, so he started P10. Driver of the day will go to Paulie Orange, who started at the back and is looking all set to win this race. We're on the final lap now, I should have said, as Paulie Orange is starting to navigate the Staveloes now, as MX has this in the bag for the race win as far as the championship's concerned. His nearest rival is Ghost, believe it or not. No, Tinos, sorry, who is sitting in P5 with Ghost, who way down in P9. I'm sure that's not the way he saw this race going when he was sat on pole position. But we're going to cut to our leader then. Started from P15 and has come to win the Belgian Grand Prix. His first win here in APPF1 Tier 1, and a great win it was under safety car. But MX will win the race as far as our championship is concerned, and continues to stretch that championship lead in this Tier 1 championship. Eat My Dust finishes in P3 after Sir Deadman's 6-second time penalty, with Zidane and Tinos rounding off the top 5. A great drive from Zidane to get P4 this evening. Sir Deadman P6 on penalties, with Demoniac P7, Womax and Ghost 8 and 9. Sir Swindoo P10 crossing the line now, and the car of Hartmann, who is not here, in the final points paying position. We'll get our lap records up then, as we did the first time. Stewards chat already going through. I'm looking for lap records, everybody. Lap records, there we go. It's an APPF1 statistics. So the lap record for the race here at Belgium is a 1 minute 44.6, held by Coro. This was season 5 of the Sprint Championship, round 11. And it's one, oh, here we go. No, not quite for Paulie Orange. He needed to get, yeah, so the previous lap is 1:44.620, and this is a 44.674. So he is about 5 tenths or so down on that lap record. So perhaps next time. So no records broken this evening, but he won't mind too much, as this is his first win here in APPF1. So well done to Paulie Orange. Started P15 and sees himself on the top step of the podium. MX extends that championship lead, finishing in position number 2. And the win as far as our championship's concerned. Eat My Dust gets that final spot on the podium, and Zidane with a great drive, starting in P10 and ending in P4. Good job from the Alpine. Tinos rounding off the top 5 with Sir Deadman, Demoniac, Womax, Ghost and Sir Swindoo rounding off the top 10, with Hartmann rounding off the rest of the races, with Jackalaka, USRL, Chris, Lifebout, Rick and Scott not finishing this race. That was an incredible evening of racing here at Tier 1, and incredible implications for the championship as we go into what is Baku next week, as we go into the round 7 of the Tier 1 championship. Hopefully I will be able to give you guys coverage of that championship race, which could see MX perhaps claim a firmer grip over the Tier 1 championship. Red Bull will not be too happy with that result this evening, as they will lose their lead of the constructors. But anyway, I'm going to go and get myself a nice cup of tea before ESRL in a few minutes time. Do feel free to head over. That will be on Ghost's channel, so please do feel free to watch if you have the time, as all the support is appreciated for sure. Now I'm gonna make myself scarce, so I have been Sumo, and I will see you next time. for some APPF1 action. Yes, indeed, Lifebout GG. But goodbye for now, and if you're joining us on ESRL, I'll see you in a moment.